Good afternoon, Doctor. We are from Group 12, and the topic for our research proposal is street food, the easier option to fill yourself. Junk food is so much in trend nowadays. Busy to cook, get some burgers or fries from McDonald's, have nothing to eat, go to your nearby KFC or any food stall, for instance. It has become the most reliable way to fill our stomach. According to a survey, around 34% of children and adolescents consume fast food on a daily basis. Although fast food has a rich and vast history all over the world, but United States remains the king of this industry undisputedly. Almost $200 billion or more is spent on burgers every year. So many different varieties can be found among the fast food sections, such as pizza, burgers, fries, pasta, and the list goes on. Talking about the consumption of fast food with correlation to age, aged people are very less likely to eat street food. Population between age group of 20 to 39 consume fast food readily, which is approximately 44.9% of the total young population. Only 37.7% of people aged between 30 to 59 eat junk food, and 24.1% of people aged 60 or more prefer fast food. Street food gained popularity very quickly as buyers of this segment got attracted because of real quick, fine-looking meals and enhanced taste for economic prices. Junk food or street food, also known as fast food, does not have high nutritional value and is harmful for health as it is loaded with fat and high calories. This research aims to study the awareness of the impact of consumption of junk or street food on the health of the consumers, and also this research will provide the positive side impacts that junk food can provide, like saving money and time, and will also examine the problem of street food safety and hygiene and initiative taken by the government to control it. These were the research questions that were taken into consideration. General objective. The goal of this study is to ultimately spread awareness among people regarding the importance of providing hygienic food to consumers due to their excess demand. Specific objectives: to conclude on the necessary steps to be taken by vendors to provide hygienic food, to understand the steps taken by the government to maintain the same, to understand consumer perception on street food safety, to study the reason for the need of street food. Hypothesis. Null hypothesis: street food is not a better option to fill yourself. Alternative hypothesis: street food is better and easier option to fill yourself.
Moving on to the significance of the study, the result of our study will benefit people with lower socioeconomic status, a term based on factors such as education level, income level, and occupation. Many health-related problems can be cured simply by changing fooding habits. This study would also help students as eating healthy food will keep mentally healthy and mood uplifted. Literature review. Junk food is so much in trend nowadays. The fast food or street food has become the most common lunch and dinner with 44.7% of population rate. Combining gender and fast food consumption, men are more likely to eat fast food than women. Around 1/4 of population consume fast food during all 3 meals time or more, and other 1/4 of the population do not prefer fast food but just for one meal. It is becoming the top choice among adults since it's affordable and most easily, rapidly available. These are the broad objectives of this law: to ensure health, hygiene, and safety standard of street food for all consumers, to ensure social and economic upliftment of street vendor community by helping them in improving quality of offerings, thereby attracting more customers, to enhance the popularity of street food by transforming it into a global brand by itself. The Philippines has a good policy foundation on food safety with the Food Safety Act of 2013 and the Code on Sanitation of the Philippines. The country also has the National Codex Technical Committee to develop, adopt, or localize food safety standards in the country. These are the methods. Research design. The design of a research chosen for our research is mixed, that is qualitative and quantitative both. The method of sampling used for the population is probability sampling, and subtype includes our stratified sampling and cluster sampling. Subject. There are a total of 50 participants volunteering for this research study. All of them belong to Perpetual College, Las Piñas. Due to pandemic, the information was all gathered through online mode with the help of social networking sites. The participants are in a ratio of 1:1. Males and females also belong to 3 different ethnicities, that is Indian, Filipino, and Negroes.
C. Data collection methods. Survey allow you to collect data about opinions, behavior, experiences, characterized by asking the people directly questionnaire, more common quantitative research, distributed online by phone, by mail, or in person. Usually offer closed question with limited options. Consistent data can be collected from many people. There are some fields and examples of data collection methods. Media and communication, collecting a sample of text for data on cultural norms. Psychology, using technologies like neuroimaging, eye tracking, or computer-based tasks. Education, using tests or assignment to collect data on knowledge and skills. Physical sciences, using scientific instruments to collect data on things like weight, blood pressure, or chemical composition. D. Reliability and validity. Reliability means your results can be consistently reproduced, while validity means that you're actually measuring the concept you're interested in. Reliability, does your measure capture the same concept consistently over time? Validity, do your measurement material test all aspects of the concept? Does all question operational definitions. Obesity, complex disease involving an excessive amount of body fat. Obesity isn't just a cosmetic concern, it's a medical problem that increases the risk of other disease and health problems such as heart disease, diabetes, high blood pressure, and certain cancer. This is the chart, the table of mental illness, weight gain, cancer, obesity, hypertension, weak memory, heart disease, and diabetes. E. Data processing and analysis. It all come down to using the right method of statistical analysis, which is how we process and collect sample of data to uncover pattern and trends. For this analysis, there is 5 to choose from: mean standard deviation, regression, hypothesis testing, sample size determination. F. Dummy table. Plan table and figures, which are basically an outline of a table or figure which will be used to present the result. The dummy table has empty cells which are to be populated after the data analysis. This is a chart for the criteria, further evaluation, and weightage of property response.
Now, coming on the hypothetical interpretation of results, the quality and safety of street foods is determined by numerous factors such as the business organization, regulatory aspects, technical aspects related to the preparation, preservation and display of food sold in the streets, the consumer perspective, and educational programs. In order to improve the conditions of street food vendors and to make sure that the food sold does not jeopardize public health, the first and the foremost necessity is to build awareness that food vendors should maintain certain quality standard. In many areas, street foods are sold and food safety issues are not taken into consideration, neither on the producer nor on the consumer side. Consumers tend to look mostly at the price and might be already accustomed to the taste of unhealthy meals. Vendors, on the other hand, have a very small margin to profit and are incentivized to keep expenses low by utilizing low quality ingredients and disregarding costly hygienic practices. Vendors should be given some basic training on how to safely prepare and store food, and business should be certified accordingly. In addition, municipalities should provide vendors with appropriate infrastructure like access to clean water and sewage systems. The street food vendors should be encouraged to partake in awareness raising programs and given access to microcredit in order to improve the vendors' standing, strengthening their overall position via authorities. Promoting their organization into cooperatives has been identified as a path to follow. In addition to helping vendors run their businesses in a more effective and safe manner, cooperatives should also ease the authorities' work in enforcing hygienic and business standards. Needless to say, general education levels also play an important role in ensuring safe street foods. The more both vendors and patrons will be educated, and the more they will know about issues such as nutrition and food safety, the more they will be interested in having the business as clean as the products, as healthy as possible. This the timetable. This is the schedule that we have followed for the same. Sorry.
Personnel and facilities. Personnel means all the employees, contractors, and other person employed by the operator in connection with providing the service, which person shall be located at or the provider service at the facility. The facility personnel include the facility manager, on-site operator staff, on-site back office and support staff, and on-site managers. The personal resource model is used to personal class, the people of various socio-economical standards, people who choose to eat healthy, and the people who don't really care much. The uniquely identifying the person taking up the survey. The individual must be unbiased on giving their opinions, define qualification test, result, and result expirations for individual. Facilities means building, structure, process, or product equipment for machinery that form a permanent part of a new source that will be in an operation. If these facilities or equipments are such value as to represent a substantial commitment to construct, the equipment resource model is used to uniquely identify the equipment or the equipment class, define the description of the equipment, define the capability of equipment, define the capability test, result, and result expiration for equipment, such as safety inspection, define and track the maintenance request. This is a kind of flow chart which shows how it works. Equipment resource, maintenance request, maintenance work order, and maintenance response. Again, equipment resource, equipment property, equipment capability, and specification. Budget. Budget means financial estimate, means how much we keep for our personal expenses or equipment, supplies, transportation, communication, accommodation, and food. Like our total budget is $230. Thank you. These are the group members of Group 12.